Hi friends, I am Simply Tamanisha and I'm back with a quick prepping and food storage video for you today. So today we're going to talk about how to store your fresh potatoes for a longer period of time. It is recommended that you have your potatoes in a place where they can breathe and that is dark. Most of us don't have a root cellar, but if you do have a root cellar, I'm sure you probably already know how to store your potatoes. But let's be honest, potatoes tend to rot pretty quickly, especially when they are not stored properly and when they're stored next to things that give off a high amount of ethylene gas that are going to make them sprout and spoil a lot earlier. So the best way to keep your potatoes from rotting and spoiling is to remember a few things. Potatoes need to breathe, so I have them in my basket. They need to be kept away from onions. And so my onions are kept over here in this bin where they also are kept in a dark, cool place, but they are separated from the potatoes because onions give off a very high quantity of ethylene gas. Onions and garlic. You can store the onion and garlic together, but you can't store the onion and garlic with your potatoes because they give off a high amount of ethylene gas. They're going to cause your potatoes to rot a lot faster. So I keep my potatoes in a bin that's made to breathe. You can also put, if you have a bin or basket, you could put a little towel over to keep them dark and away from the light. You can also store them in a brown paper bag, or you can store them in some of the really cute potato storage bins that come with a lid on the top and they have little holes at the bottom to allow the potatoes to breathe. I particularly like this basket. I haven't done a lot of grocery shopping this week, so I don't have a lot of root vegetables that need to be stored right now, but I'm probably going to grab some sweet potatoes because I've been thinking about those. But you'll see that there's an apple here, a raw apple, sitting inside my basket of potatoes. Apples do give off ethylene gas, but they don't give out a lot of ethylene gas. And so one apple sitting in the bin with your potatoes will prevent the potatoes from sprouting too soon. Isn't that interesting? Interesting. They will prevent the potatoes from sprouting too soon. Now, if your potatoes are particularly dirty, you want to kind of scrape some of the dirt off with like a little brush or whatever. But for the most part, you want to keep these potatoes dry. Keep them, I put these on the top because potatoes do like heat, and so heat rises, and even though the air conditioner is on, you know, the potatoes are just a little bit higher. And then I'll probably put some other things that complement the potatoes underneath, really probably more sweet potatoes, and maybe some other fruits that have skins on them. But this is how you keep your raw potatoes. Now, if this is too much work, you don't have space to store them, I have one more option for you. Canned potatoes. You can get them sliced. You can get them whole potatoes. I think this is upside down, so I haven't been checking in my cabinet because I like for my stuff to be succinct when it's in the cabinet, y'all. I'm sorry about that, but you can see there's sliced potatoes, and I think somewhere in here I should have some whole new potatoes. If I don't, I'm gonna put that on my list of things to gather. So if keeping them raw is too much work, all you have to do is buy them in a can. It's already preserved for you, and most of the time you're gonna find that they last for years. So this one is good till 2022, October 2022, and this is 2021. So I do like to check the shelf date on my canned goods before I take them off the shelf, because I want to make sure that I'm buying some that I can keep for at least 1 year. You never know what happens in 1 year. You lose your job, you get sick, or whatever. You want to have supplies in your house that you can use for cooking and prepping. If this video has helped you, please give it a thumb up, share it with your friends. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for joining us, and please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so you can see all the wonderful things that I'm going to be talking to you about.